Hey guys, what is up? I am Brooke St. John, and today's video is super exciting because this is my brand new channel. So welcome to my channel. Today's look is going to be a Valentine's Day inspired look, hence the Paris romantic background and all of the pinks and rose gold looks. So it's a look today. If you want to know how to achieve this look, then please keep watching. Alright, so when I do a more dramatic full glam eye look, I like to do my eyeshadow first. So first I'm gonna prep my eyes with the MAC Soft Ochre paint pot. I just apply this with my finger all over my lid. Using this stuff since I was like 2 until now, and when I did dance competitions, this stuff would literally make my eyeshadow last like when I had like 7 to 8 hour competitions. It's amazing. And then also when I do more dramatic eye looks, I like to tape my eyes so that this part can be snatched. And just like that. You can just use Scotch tape or whatever. This is caliber tape. I like it because it's a little bit thinner, because the like thick Scotch tape like hurts really freaking bad. And then once I prime my eyes, I like to set that primer. I like to mix the shade Supermom and Free Spirit out of the Tartelette palette to just kind of set that. And the brush I'm using for eyeshadow today is just a Anastasia Beverly Hills brush. It came with the Prism palette and it's actually amazing. That's like the only brush that came with a palette that I've ever gotten that I actually like and that I use. So then we're gonna jump into the Jaclyn Hill palette. Mine is crusty AF right now. It's really dirty. And I don't even have the shade name, so I'm just gonna show you what shade it is. So I'm just gonna dive in to this shade right here and apply that into the crease. And just apply that in windshield wiper motions all over in the crease. And then I'm just gonna go in with this Real Techniques brush to blend that transition shade out. To get the best eyeshadow and best blended eyeshadow look that you can achieve, you want to do this step after every single eyeshadow you apply, because it's really gonna help with blending, with making your eyeshadow look really blended. And then to deepen up the crease a little bit, we're gonna go in with the shade right next to the shade I just applied, this one right here. And then we're just gonna do the same thing that we did with the last shade that we applied. And then you get after every single shade that you apply, it will help you so much with making sure that your eyeshadow look is all blended. Because if you wait until you pack all the colors on, they're not gonna all blend together the way that you want. If you keep blending as you apply, then all your eyeshadows will blend together. Okay. So now I'm gonna warm this look up in the crease with the shade right here. Doing the exact same thing, those transition shades. With this look, it's okay to get it messy in the crease because we're gonna cut it. Now just blend that out. Alright, so now we're gonna dive into the Huda Beauty, the Rose Gold palette. This palette's honestly perfect for like a Valentine's Day look. It has all the pinks reds, more warm tone, and then it has all like the glitter rose gold shades that are beautiful for a Valentine's Day look. Then we're going to dive in the shade Man Eater, and we're gonna apply that to the crease, but we're gonna apply it a little bit lower than the transition shade so that it's not such a harsh line. We put those transition shades down so that it will look really blended and like an ombre effect. When it's all said and done, now we're just gonna blend that shade out with a very light hand. Windshield wiper motions. And this is what it should look like so far, all blended and such. So now we're gonna dive into Kylie's Diary palette. Actually crying, my mom broke my favorite blush.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it.
Literally, we were in Mexico, and this is like one of the few palettes that I brought with me, and she literally broke it. I was like, dive into this shade, which is pretty similar to the Man Eater shade, but I just like to give it more dimension because they're a little bit different. This one's more of like a pink undertone, this one's more of a red. So we're just gonna do the same exact thing that we did with the shade Man Eater. Ooh, wrong brush. Yeah, this one is definitely giving it a lot more pigment that I want. Blend until your hands fall off. Not even kidding, sometimes my hands start hurting when I blend because I blend so freaking much. Know if I want to do another color or not. Struggles. Okay, now that your crease is all nice and blended, it's time to cut the crease. My least favorite part. You know, one time I had a beautiful, blended out crease that took me about a full 10 minutes out of my life. And I cut the crease up to my freaking eyebrow. I take it all off. That's how my day went that day. Was it good? It was not good. So now we're just gonna take this Sephora angled, seems to be an eyeliner brush. I don't really know what it's going. Focus. Take some Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Neutral. And then I just get some on the brush just from the applicator. And you want to make sure you don't put too much because if you go with too much then it will get messy because this is a thick concealer. I'm just gonna start applying the concealer and cutting my crease. I go a little bit above my natural crease because I like it when like you can see when I look straight and not like with my eyes closed that it's a cut crease, so I go a little bit above. We're just doing a half cut crease with this look, so you only want to go to about like the mid section of your lid. Like so. See how it's like a little bit above my natural crease so that when I'm looking straight, you can still see that cut crease. And now that we got the creases nice and cut, we're gonna go in and apply this NYX glitter primer with this same Sephora brush that we cut our crease with. Just kind of wipe off that concealer, put some of this on my brush. And then we're just gonna apply that glitter primer all where we put concealer. When I do looks with having to apply glitter primer, I put down the glitter primer in a section and then I put the glitter over it like right away, so just so it doesn't, to make sure it doesn't dry. Okay. And I'm just gonna apply the glitter with another angled brush. And I'm using the NYX Glitter Brilliance in the shade, I want to say it's like copper, but where's the lid? Does it even say? I guess the shade 04. It's like, oh, copper, in the shade copper. Just gonna put some of that on my brush and then apply it on top of that glitter primer. Oh, guys, these glitters are amazing. We got both half of the lids covered in that glitter. Now we're gonna do the other half of the lid. And I think I want to get into the Kylie Diary palette and into that same shade that we put in the crease, that one. Apply that to the other half of the lid. Just put that all over. Dive into the Jaclyn Hill palette again. Where'd it go? It's right freaking in front of me. Dive into this shade right here, that deep maroon, and we're gonna apply that in this part of the crease, just like that, in the outer corner. Just applying it to that line, that half of the crease. Alrighty, now that the eyes are done, I'm just gonna tear off this tape. I'm going to take a makeup wipe and remove the 1.5 pounds of glitter that I managed to get on my face. Before I prime my face, I like to moisturize my face first, and I moisturize my face with the Miracle Retinol Moisturizer by Rada. I don't know if I'm saying that right, Beauty. I got it off Amazon. It's literally the best moisturizer for your face. It is so good. It smells amazing. Keeps your face moisturized. Just apply that with my hands all over my face. When I do a more glam look, I like to go in with 2 primers. The first one I put down is the Porefessional by Benefit primer. Literally makes your face look poreless. I love it. I put this one down first, all over the face, because you know some people only put this on their T-zone, but you know I'm extra. So yeah, we're just putting that everywhere. And just letting you guys know, if you see literally a black streak on my face, hopefully I catch it, but I'm naturally blonde and my roots are literally grown out like to here right now, so I use the Magic Root Cover Up. And you know, like, it's amazing, like, that you can just cover your roots up with something like that, but it does not dry. So literally, I applied the root spray like 3 days ago, and it still is coming off of my fingers. So I'm like, okay. Like, I was at work the other day, and I had a black line on my forehead, and no one decided to tell me. So what I put over it is the Porefessional Matte Rescue, because I like a very matte look. So to make sure my face is all matte, I put this. I don't put as much as I did the other primer. I just put this like on my cheeks, my nose. Moving on to foundation, I like to mix 2 together. And I like to first put down the Infallible Total Cover. The Infallible Total Cover by L'Oreal in shade 308. And then on top of it, I like to put the Infallible Pro Matte by L'Oreal as well in shade 107. I just like to blend in my foundation with this e.l.f. powder brush, but I use it for liquid. It works amazing. And I just buff that in circular motions. Okay, so when I applied this layer of foundation, I like to go in with a damp beauty blender. Alright, moving on to concealer. We're gonna use the same concealer that we used to cut our crease, the Tarte Shape Tape in shade Light Neutral. We're just gonna apply that under the eyes. And on the forehead. And on the bridges of our noses. And a little on the chin. And a little on this temple. Because, you know, it made a comeback. We're just going to blend that out with the same beauty blender. You know, I bought those, like, Real Techniques, purple like mini beauty blenders, and they just like to blend out like my concealer under my eyes to really get in there, but they just did not blend. I just hated them. Alright, now that everything's nice and blended, we are going to set that concealer with Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade Fair Light. This is really good with setting your under eyes because I usually used translucent powder, but it was not working for me in the sense of flashback. Like, I couldn't find one that did not give me flashback, and I literally, like, the underneath, like, my under eyes literally looked like a ghost, like in all pictures. Like, it made my face look so weird and like different. It didn't look like me. So I tried like an actual like loose powder, and this one works amazing, and it's from the drugstore. And it doesn't crease my concealer or anything at all. Alrighty, now that we have that mascara on, we're going to bronze up our face with the Butter Bronzer. And we're just going to apply this with a angled contouring. Where that? Bronzer cheeks up. Go in with the Jeffree Star Cosmetics and Manny MUA collab Skin Frost in Uranus. It's literally amazing. It is so pretty. Girl, you better highlight. This isn't even getting my brush wet. Like, this is just all natural. Like, girl, wow. Moving on to the lips, I'm going to mix two shades together, and I'm going to put down first the Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick in the shade I'm Shook. And then on the top of that, I'm going to put the Kylie Jenner Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Coco K. So this is the final look. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please comment below what you think of this look, and make sure to also comment what other looks you want me to do in the future. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my videos. Thank you guys. See you in my next video.